everyone. Let's go through these AWS Cloud Practitioner exam commonly asked questions. So what AWS service is a cloud-based hardware security module for generating and using your own encryption keys. AWS Cloud HSM. Which AWS service simplifies the creation, management, and control of cryptographic keys across a wide range of AWS services? AWS Key Management Service. What is the function of AWS Secrets Manager? It helps protect secrets such as passwords and API keys needed to access your applications, service, and IT resources. Dash provides real-time guidance, help provision resources, following AWS best practices in areas like trust, optimization, and security. Trusted advisor, yes, AWS Trusted Advisor. Which AWS service allows marketers and developers to deliver customer-centric engagement experiences by capturing and analyzing usage data? Amazon Pinpoint, customer-centric engagement experiences. For analyzing and debugging serverless and distributed applications such as those with a microservice architecture, which AWS service should be used? AWS X-Ray. What service helps simplify IT operations by automating the creation and management of AWS accounts? Automation of creation and management of AWS accounts. AWS organizations. What type of database is Amazon DynamoDB? NoSQL database, fully managed serverless key value NoSQL database. What feature of DynamoDB allows for data to be replicated automatically across multiple AWS regions? DynamoDB global tables. What is the purpose of DynamoDB? Accelerated DAX. It is a fully managed in-memory cache that delivers fast read performance for DynamoDB tables. In-memory cache that delivers fast read performance for DynamoDB tables. DynamoDB Accelerator. Which service, formerly known as AWS SSO, simplifies access management to multiple AWS accounts and SAML-enabled cloud applications? AWS Identity IAM, Identity Center. How does AWS site-to-site VPN establish connection to your AWS resources? It creates a secure connection over the internet between your data center or your branch office and your AWS cloud resources. AWS site-to-site VPN. How does AWS Direct Connect differ from AWS site-to-site VPN for network connectivity? AWS Direct Connect creates a dedicated private connection from a remote network to your VPC by passing the public internet. What is the primary role of Amazon CloudWatch? It is a monitoring and observability service. Monitoring and observability for DevOps engineers, developers, service engineers. CloudWatch, monitoring and observability service. Which service enables you to assess, audit, and evaluate the configurations of your AWS resources? AWS Config. To log, monitor, and retain account-related activity related to actions across your AWS infrastructure, which service would you use? AWS CloudTrail. To log, monitor, and retain account activity, CloudTrail. AWS OpsWorks. AWS OpsWorks, a configuration management service that provides managed instances of Chef and Puppet to automate server configurations. Configuration management service that provides managed instances of Chef and Puppet. Ops works. Which service allows you to create and manage a collection of related AWS resources, provisioning and updating them in an orderly fashion using code. AWS Cloud Formation. Which AWS service is designed to help developers, scientists, and engineers efficiently run hundreds of thousands of batch computation jobs? AWS Batch. What type of storage for an EC2 instance is described as temporary block level storage? Instance store. Temporary block level storage. Which AWS database service is described as a key value and document database that delivers single-digit millisecond performance at any scale? Amazon DynamoDB. For large-scale data, set storage and analysis, which fully managed petabyte-scale cloud data warehouse product would be suitable? Redshift. Set storage, fully managed petabyte scale cloud data warehouse. Amazon Redshift. What type of database is Amazon Aurora designed for? Relational databases. Relational database. Which fully managed database service is specifically built for running graph applications in the cloud? Amazon Neptune. Graph applications. What is the function of Amazon Inspector? It is an automated security assessment service that checks applications for exposures, vulnerabilities, and deviations from best practices. What is the function of Amazon Inspector? Assessment service. Dash is a highly scalable, fast container management service for running, stopping, and managing Docker containers on a cluster. ECS, Amazon Elastic Container Service. AWS Fargate, a serverless compute engine for containers that works with both Amazon ECS and EKS, serverless compute engine for containers. Which service is described as an easy-to-use solution for deploying and scaling web applications and services? Elastic Beanstalk. Where can you store, manage, and deploy Docker container images on AWS? Amazon Elastic Container Registry ACR. What is the primary benefit of using AWS local zones? They allow you to use select AWS services closer to end users, providing very low latency access. What is the purpose of an AWS edge location? It's a site that Amazon CloudFront uses to share copies of content for faster delivery to users globally. What AWS service is designed to extend the AWS cloud to a global network of 5G edge locations for ultra-low latency applications? AWS Wavelength. Which tool lets you export AWS services and create an estimate for the cost of your AWS use cases on AWS? Pricing Calculator. What service provides an easy-to-use interface to visualize, understand, and manage your AWS costs and usage over time? Cost Explorer. Visualize, understand, and manage costs over time. The ability to set custom budgets that alert you when your costs or usage are forecasted to exceed a specific amount is provided by AWS Budgets. Which service uses machine learning to analyze historical metrics and help you identify optimal AWS resource configurations? AWS Compute Optimizer. What is the U2F security key? In the physical device, you can plug into a USB port to provide a second factor of authentication based on an open standard form from the FIDO Alliance. What is U2F security key? Which hybrid cloud storage service gives you on-premises access to virtually unlimited cloud storage? AWS Storage Gateway, hybrid cloud storage service. The storage gateway. What is use case for the Amazon S3 one zone infrequent access. It is for data that is accessed less frequently but requires a rapid access when needed and can be stored in a single availability zone. Amazon S3 one zone infrequent access. What is the main function of Amazon EC2 autoscaling? It helps ensure you have the correct number of EC2 instances available to handle your application's load. Amazon EC2 scaling, autoscaling. With load balancing TCP, UDP, and TLS traffic where extreme performance is required, which load balancer is best suited? Network role load balancer. Which load balancer serves as a single point of contact for clients and distributes incoming application traffic across targets in multiple availability zones? Application load balancer. Where can you find information about general availability and operations of all AWS services? AWS Health Dashboard, Service Health. Information about general availability and operation of all AWS services. Which AWS Health Dashboard provides personalized alerts and remediation guidance for events that impact your specific account. Your account health dashboard. Account health dashboard. What is the primary function of the Amazon Event Bridge Scheduler? It is a serverless task scheduler that simplifies creating, executing, and managing millions of schedules across AWS services. Event Bridge Scheduler. Which two AWS services offer dedicated private network connection from a remote network to a VPC? AWS Site-to-Site VPN, AWS Direct Connect. Over the internet, bypassing the internet. Which two AWS services? Which three services are primarily focused on monitoring and auditing your AWS environment? CloudWatch, CloudTrail, API calls, AWS Config, resource configurations. What is the key difference between AWS Elastic Beanstalk and AWS CloudFormation? Elastic Beanstalk is a service for deploying and scaling web applications, while CloudFormation is an infrastructure as code service for provisioning any AWS resources. What is the relation between AWS ECS and AWS Fargate? AWS Fargate is a serverless computing that can be used to run containers managed by Amazon ECS without provisioning EC2 instances. In the last question, which four services are primarily used for managing and optimizing AWS costs? AWS pricing calculator, cost calculator, budgets, AWS compute optimizer. This brings us to the end of the video. Thank you for watching.